These are testimonies from people, including firemen as well as policemen, that heard explosions as the building's coming down. And there's a testimony of a man that was inside the building that got blown back up from the 7th floor to the 8th floor by explosions in the basement.
Concrete nor glass can burn. So what in those buildings could have burned to make such heat? How do these firefighters describe the collapse of the North Tower?
We started running. All white bullets that are popping out.
Was it if they had detonated?
Yeah, detonated.
Take down our building.
All the way down. I was watching.
And others give similar descriptions.
At 10:30, I tried to leave the building, but as soon as I got outside, I heard a second explosion, and another rumble, and more smoke, and more dust. And then a fire marshal came in and said we had to leave because if there was a third explosion, this building might not last.
Like, it sounded like gunfire.
After the event that took place this morning, he tried to get his men out as quickly as he could, but he said that there was another explosion which took place, and then an hour after, there was another explosion in one of the towers here. So according to his theory, he thinks that there were actually devices that were planted in the building.
Reports of bombs in the buildings, explosions. A CBS reporter to Dan Rather.
I was coming toward the World Trade Center looking for CBS.
There it is.
Sound reaches us after what we see. If the boom we just heard was the sound of the building collapsing, it would follow the collapse. Instead, the boom is heard before.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bring it back.
Knife blades and plowshares were typical creations. Steel was introduced in the mid-1800s, and by the end of the century, with the advent of the blast furnace, found widespread commercial use. A blast furnace is known as a controlled environment. High temperatures are reached as oxygen is pumped into a closed space. How and when does steel melt? Steel melts at temperatures of 2,750 degrees Fahrenheit. Degrees Fahrenheit in a dirty or uncontrolled burn, characterized by red-orange flames. Red-orange flames are what we saw on September 11th. Even the fireball caused by the plane strike was red-orange.
And right before that plane hit, there was a rocket that was launched off to the right.
A controlled burn falls between a dirty burn like a fireplace and a controlled environment.
destination has been programmed.
This is a kerosene.
Where's our passengers?